Cali Bowl is up, and you can go ahead anytime you want.
Hey everybody, welcome in. It is a cool, crisp morning in Yuba City, California. We are at Yuba City High School. It is Honker Field, and this is the 2021 Cali Bowl. We have gotten through COVID, guys. It is football time, and we are starting out with the little guys today. It is the Falcons taking on the Elite in our opening contest. This is the only game today, guys, that won't be a championship game, to my knowledge. And one of these teams will play in this championship game a bit later on. And we have a lot of championship football to be played here today at Honker Stadium. My name is Jim Cooley, the voice of champions, bringing you the action all day long. It is coin toss time, and we're going to get this first game underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Falcons will be kicking off to the Elite. The Elite will be receiving on the scoreboard side of the field.
So it is the Elite in blue
Please rise. Take
and
off
the
your
Falcons
hats,
in red.
and visors in preparation of our national anthem.
And the Highlands announcer, Rich Andrade, will now honor the country as we play the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombers singing air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
All right, we have honored the country throughout the day, guys. You will be hearing another voice behind me. That is the Highlands announcer, football extraordinaire, Rich Andrade. He'll be to my right. He is doing the in-stadium announcements all day long. And we're going to get underway here with Cali Bowl 2021. Brent Chris Gray, A2K Sports, bringing you all the best in youth football action every year at the Cali Bowl here in Northern California. And again, we are starting with the little guys. And we will move all the way up to 14U throughout the day. 14 and under. One of the things that you're going to see when these little guys take the field is the coaches sometimes will actually stay on the field to adjust their players as they're getting ready to play in this football game, and sometimes even during the plays when these little guys are out there. So it's kind of fun to watch, see them learn as they play in this prestigious tournament every year in Northern California. And again, the red and blue belong to the Falcons, and the Carolina blue for the Elite of Stockton, California. I believe the Falcons are from Vacaville. Central Valley. There we go. So you can see the coaches on the field down there around the 32-yard line.
Set to kick it off. That is Silas Ledford, the kicker.
So Silas Ledford prepares to boot the ball to the Elite. We'll see how far this ball goes with this little guy's leg. Referee makes sure everyone's ready. Whistle's blown, and the Cali Bowl is underway. Sunday championship day, and there's the kick. Immediately picked up, and he'll advance it 5, 6, about 6 yards before he is brought down somewhere around the 38-yard line. And just to let you guys know, unfortunately, we do not have a monitor up here in the booth. And also, I do not have a spotter. So it's going to be tough for me to get you guys some of these names and numbers, but I will do that throughout the day. I know grandma and grandpa, mom and dad want to hear their kid's name on the live stream, so I'm going to do my best to do that for you. And it is 1st and 10 as we are underway Ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line, and the Elite will take over. Here we go. Clock is running. Championship day is underway. It is 51 degrees outside for this non-championship game. So these kids will look to get into the action and warm up those cold bodies. And it's a long snap. Quick handoff, flag down.
Penalty flag on the first play of the game as Vickers attempted to run
And
the
that
ball.
will go
It is a
against
5-yard penalty against the Elite squad.
Against the Elite. That'll back them up 5 yards, and we will replay first down.
Remains first down, 15 yards to go.
It was a shotgun that resulted in a handoff before the flag hit the grass, or in this case, the turf here at Honker Field in Yuba City. So, from the 37 to the 42, and the Elite will look to make up some ground here after that penalty. And in motion again, it looks like number 1. And it's going to go to number 1 in the backfield. He's going to turn the corner. He is looking for a first down and more. He's going to get shoved out just about 2 yards shy, it looks like, from my vantage point. Jordan York.
Finally brought down by Jackson Reinhardt.
And shoved out of bounds by Jackson Reinhardt was Jordan York. But what a run that was. After the 5-yard penalty, he's going to move them all the way back up on a 10-yard gain.
Bringing up second down and 5 for the Elite squad.
So from my vantage point, it looked like he made it all the way up to about the 2-yard marker, but he got pushed out. It looks like about 5 yards shy did Jordan York. So second down and 5 after a 1st and 15. And a great run by Jordan York. The Elite will look to advance the ball even further down the field. And threatening the red zone early on in this game are the Elite. And it's another handoff, and it looks like he's going to turn the corner again to the 20, to the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown Elite. So the Elite strike first, they strike fast, and they strike hard. 6 points on the board for Stockton's Elite.
I believe that was Sammy Daniels with the touchdown for the Elite squad.
And it's Sammy Daniels on the run, and it was a 35-yarder to get into the end zone and put the Elite on the board. So the Elite here to play today.
2-yard touchdown.
So the Elite looking to win this game and move into the championship game later on today. So this game does have championship implications, although it's not a championship game. Whoever wins this game will move into the championship. So on the backs of Jordan and Sammy, 2 big runs. The Elite draw first blood here at the Cali Bowl. And it is a PAT attempt for the Elite. So at this younger level, guys, if they are to pass the ball into the end zone, it's 2 points. If they run it in, it's 1. They're choosing to run it. He's going to drag 3 players with him before being brought down short of the end zone.
Attempted to carry the ball in for the extra point attempt. It is no good, thanks to the defense by the Falcons.
So now we'll see what the Falcons can do on the offensive side of the football. So after a penalty and 2 big runs, the Elite are on the board. It is 6-0 Stockton Elite. So now the Dirty Birds will take over. So early in the game, even though the Elite struck first, the Falcons have a lot of time to work. We're in the first quarter, not too far into the game. Just got to bounce back. Can't let that momentum keep going on the side of the Elite. The Falcons are going to need to do something here to slow that momentum and possibly get themselves on the board in the process. So the Elite will kick off. The Falcons' kickoff went about 11 yards. We'll see what we can do here from the Elite. Love to see the coaches on the field coaching these kids. Yes, it's about competition. Yes, it's about championship rings, but it's also about learning, getting better as a football player as these young kids advance in their football careers. Some of these kids you'll see in these 12U and 14U teams are already being scouted by high schools and indeed even colleges. So it is a fast track when these guys get on these travel youth teams and play in some of these bigger tournaments like the Cali Bowl that A2K Sports puts on every year here in California. So the Elite will kick off, and let's see what the Falcons can do on offense. Nice kick. I hear a whistle, though, so we're going to get a penalty.
Penalty flag on the kickoff.
It looks like a couple of the Elite players passed the ball before the kick. So that is going to back the Elite up after a pretty good kick. And he's going to have to try to replicate that or even a little bit better now kicking from the 35 rather than the 40.
Against the Elite squad. It's going to push him back 5 yards. We will re-kick it.
So we are live on the stream here, Facebook, YouTube. Jim Cooley, the voice of champions. Rich Andrade, the Highlands announcer in the stadium. And I love the coach telling the referee what to do. That was beautiful. So the Elite will take another stab at it. And this kick not as good, but it will roll past the 50 and fallen on by a Dirty Bird. Again, I'm going to have a tough time seeing these jerseys from this distance, so I will count on my cohort in the press box, Rich Andrade. And it's Chipley who falls on the ball.
That'll bring up first down and 10 for the Central Valley Falcons at their own 48-yard line.
We do have a running clock here at the Cali Bowl. So from their own 48, it is the Falcons taking over. After a penalty and 2 big plays, the Elite found the end zone. Let's see what the Falcons can do here now on this side of the football. Somebody jumped, or we may have had a false start there,
We
but
have a penalty flag on the play.
see if this is going to go against the Falcons.
That is a 5-yard
It's actually going to go against the Elite.
squad.
So,
Remains a first down and 5 yards to go.
so from their own 48 to the Elite's 47. So the Falcons, without running a play, have advanced half the distance they need for a first down. Timeout Elite.
Taken by the Elite squad.
So while we have a timeout, guys, we want to send a shout out to A2K Sports, Brent, Chris Gray, bringing you all the action at the Cali Bowl. Also, a lot of love for Yuba City High School for letting us host the championship games here this year.
The Yuba City Honker snack bar is open and readily available for all your hunger and thirst needs. Plenty of food to go around as long as you have the money to pay for it. You can find the Yuba City Honker snack bar located on the home side of the field towards the scoreboard tucked away in the corner. Once again, that is the Yuba City Honker snack bar.
So as Rich Andrade tries to give the fans diabetes, we are back in action here at the Cali Bowl. Falcons 1st and 5 after the penalty.
Ball is handed off to Michael Thompson, brought down by the defensive line. 1 yard gain on the play, second down.
So Thompson will gain 1 on the play, move them up to the 46-yard line of the Elite. And that'll bring up 2nd and about 4. Looks like we're going to get another. Oh, it's going to be a referee's timeout, so an official's timeout here. Not real sure.
Wardrobe malfunction.
Coach will come in and try to fix the jersey and or helmet of his player on an official's timeout. And it is 2nd and 4 for the Falcons. And they are on the elite side of the field and looking for that end zone to attempt to tie or perhaps even take the lead in this game. And it's amazing to see these kids at this young age with such a great grasp of football as the Falcons line up. It's another handoff. He turns the corner up the middle, and he's got maybe enough for the first down. He might be a few inches shy, but he is going to be close.
Reinhardt on the carry up the middle, getting close to the first down marker. He was initially
So this is
hit by
going to matter
Washington.
where the referees spot this ball. It looks like they're going to spot it shy. Reinhardt up the middle with a nice run.
That is going to bring up 3rd down.
So 3rd and short now for the Falcons.
Go for the Falcons.
The Falcons have looked good on this drive. We did have the penalty that helped them move up the field quickly, but that was a great run by Jackson Reinhardt up the middle. And that's what you need to do. You got to get that run game going early and fast so that you can try to incorporate some passes and make them respect that run game so you can get some balls in the air. You're not going to see a ton of passes at this age level, but you will see them come out here and there. As the day moves forward and we move up into the older divisions, you'll see a lot more passing going on. We saw a 40-yard pass yesterday from the Parkland Raiders. It was just beautiful for a touchdown. Here we go, 3rd and short for the Falcons. And he is going the wrong way, unfortunately. And that's going to bring up 4th and about 3.
Lucas Chipley on the carry.
So
Brought down by Billy Cook in the backfield.
So Cook
Loss of 2
brings
yards
down
on play.
Chipley
4th down
after
for the
Chipley goes in the
Falcons.
wrong direction for the Falcons.
45-yard line.
Been employed to
And
screen, period.
elite defense looks good here early on. So the Falcons are going to opt to go for it. Midfield. Number 4 up the middle is going to get brought down just around the line of scrimmage. That'll be a turnover on downs. The elite will take over. They lead 6-0. 3 minutes, 23 seconds left to play in quarter number 1.
Again, this time, Najee Hamilton was there to bring him down at the line of scrimmage. That is a turnover on downs, 1st and 10 for the elite squad at their own 45-yard line.
I wanted to clarify whether that was Chipley or Shipley. It is Chipley. So I just want to make sure I'm getting that name correct so I don't get any mean emails and or comments from the parents at home for saying the wrong name. Rich Andrade will kill flies in the booth. The elite will take over at their own 45-yard line. It is 52 degrees. It is cold, but we have heaters in the booth because I am far too old to be out in the 52-degree weather like these young kids are. So here we go. Clock continues to wind. The elite a little confused about what play they're trying to run here. Coach will get involved. Shotgun again, quick handoff. Looks like number 1 again. He's going to cut outside, stiff arm up the side. He turns the corner just enough for a first down, continues to run. Brought down somewhere inside the 40.
With a nice carry to the left-hand side, getting the first down and much more. Finally brought down by Lucas Chipley of the Falcons. Once again, that is a first down for the elite squad at the 39-yard line.
So all the way up to the 39-yard line after a huge stiff arm.
Not necessarily.
Contact was made behind the line of scrimmage, but that stiff arm did just enough, and he was able to get a great run out of that. And again, it is the running game of the elite that proves to be the factor so far in this game with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in quarter number 1. And you got to believe they're going to continue to hand the ball off and use those strong legs until it stops working, and right now it is working, and it is working well for Stockton's Elite. And there's a shotgun again. Whistle, flag down. That's going to go against the
Penalty
offense.
flag on the play. That is a 5-yard penalty against the Elite squad. That's going to bring up first down and 15.
So thus far in this football game, the only time the Elite have gone backwards is on penalties. They have had 3 strong runs that have resulted in a touchdown and a first down. And that'll bring up first and 15 now for the Elite after the penalty. And they stay in the shotgun formation. Coach and quarterback again not on the same page. They'll look to fix that problem, that leak, as the game goes on. One in motion. There's a pass, intercepted, and the Falcons have the football, and he goes down hard around the 41-yard line, but the interception and the damage is done. The Falcons have the ball back.
Kintari Johnson was intercepted. That was Jackson Reinhardt with the interception.
So Reinhardt, who had a great run earlier on offense for the Falcons,
41-yard line.
obviously playing both ways today. So after the big run, he now comes up big with an interception that slows down the juggernaut that is the Stockton Elite, who thus far have been running all over the Falcons. But after the interception by Reinhardt, they are now at the 41-yard line. And now the Falcons looking to make something happen here with 1:09 left in quarter number 1. And we said they won't go to the air often, but they went to the air, and it actually was a great pass. Strong arm on the QB from the Elite. Unfortunately, Reinhardt tracked to play, found the ball, came up with it. Was stuck hard, though, at the 41-yard line after that interception, but was able to hang on to the ball. So now the Falcons looking to pick up where they left off before the turnover on downs. Up the middle. Looks like he might get somewhere back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard.
Reinhardt on the carry, 1-yard gain on the play before he's brought down by the entire defense.
So Reinhardt has been the factor on the Dirty Bird side of the ball. So these kids are 8 and under. Keep that in mind. There's no kid on the field over 8 years old. Some of these kids as young as 6. And I'll tell you what, guys, you're going to see some 12-year-olds later on today that are bigger than your dad. So stick around for that. First quarter comes to an end. The score is 6 for the Stockton Elite, nothing for the Central Valley Falcons as we get ready for the second quarter.
Yuba City Honker Snack Bar. The Yuba City Honker Snack Bar can be found on the home side of the field as you walk towards the scoreboard, tucked away in the corner. They have nachos, hot dogs. Later on, I'm sure they'll have some hamburgers. Also have donuts, coffee, I'm sure hot cocoa as well, chips, candy for your little kids. If you give them candy now, they may go to sleep early later. I do promise you that.
So quarter number 1 comes to an end. It is 6-0, the Elite over the Falcons. Plenty of football left to play in this one with championship implications. The winner of this game will go on to play later today in the championship 8U game here at the Cali Bowl. And right now it's all Stockton Elite, but they're only up by 6. 1 score away are the Falcons. Brent Chris Gray, by the way, those championship games, guys, went out of his way this year to make sure that these kids are getting helmets, medals, trophies, but not only that, championship rings here at the Cali Bowl this year, and they are beautiful. Myself and Rich Andrade got one yesterday to check out, and man, they are some great looking rings. These kids are going to love to get their hands on those. So that's what it's all about here this year at the Cali Bowl, getting those championship rings, taking them home to show off to your friends, put them in your trophy case, and come back next year, 2022, for the Cali Bowl and pick up some more of those rings. Right now it's the Falcons 1st and 10, beginning of the second quarter. They trail by 6. And coming in late to the play for the Elite, their safety. Handoff. Brought down in the backfield. He'll lose about 1 or 2 on the play. They're going to mark that at the 40, so he's going to lose a yard.
Vincent Nannery on the carry for the Falcons. Brought down by Johnson. That is a 2-yard loss on the play, bringing up 3rd down and 11.
So it's a 1-yard loss on the play as the ball is spotted at the 40. Ball was at the 41. Rich Andrade will get it together soon. It wasn't. Look where the flag stick is. They would have moved it.
That's not where the, no, they moved the marker box. Not the flag stick, watch the box.
Here comes the snap. 3rd down and 11 from the 40-yard line for the Falcons. And again, they're stuffed. And that's going to be another loss of yardage there. Actually, it looks like he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On the carry, brought down by Will Prentice as well as Walter Washington. No gain on the play.
So Prentice and Washington on the tackle. That'll bring up 4th.
Down and 11 for the Falcons.
So the Falcons going to need to make something happen here on 4th and long from their own 40-yard line. And you want to see a punt here, and we're going to get a timeout instead. And we are going to punt.
Falcons are going to punt it.
So the way it works in this younger league, for those of you at home that do not know, they call a punt. They don't actually kick the football. They will just move the football a certain distance.
Punt is going to go 20 yards downfield.
And as you heard Rich Andrade say, that is a 20-yard distance, and then the ball will be given to the opposing team, and they will take over 1st and 10. So from the 40 to the 40.
That'll bring up 1st down and 10 for the Elite squad at their own 40-yard line.
So definitely some differing rules in the differing age groups as we watch throughout the day here at the Cali Bowl. One of those, of course, being the punt, where they don't actually punt the football. They want to make sure they get at least 20 yards out of that. Otherwise, what you would see is teams just go for it on 4th, because if you're only going to punt it 5 yards, you may as well give yourself another play. But when they spot them that 20 yards, it can be a game changer. So now they're on the other side of the field. The Elite taking over. The Elite having a discussion with their coach about what play they're trying to run here. And we'll bring number 1 back in. He has been a big part of this offense. Flag down.
Penalty flag on the play.
I'm assuming it's going to be a delay of game.
Elite squad. That is a 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
So it looked like there was a personnel issue. They couldn't figure out who was coming into the game, and then they were sort of arguing over what the play was going to be, and all that resulted in a delay of game, a 5-yard penalty, and now it's going to be 1st and 15 from the 35-yard line of the Elite. They have shown they can break for some big runs, though, so very dynamic offense in Stockton. We're going to see what they can do now after the penalty and the confusion. It's a lead. It's not a comfortable lead. Just 6 points, 1 touchdown. Ball is bobbled. It is loose, almost picked up by a Falcon. And he is going in the wrong direction. He's going to turn and come up the field. And now he's going in the right direction. Breaks a couple tackles, breaks a couple more, dragging the entire Falcons offense with him. The 40, the 30. He is going to go to the house. What an amazing run. Touchdown, Elite. And that play was going the wrong way for the first 5 or 6 seconds.
It is picked up by Walter Washington.
And Washington able to pick up the bobble.
Spins around, breaks a couple more tackles, finally runs.
And it is a 60-yard touchdown run.
Touchdown.
So Washington, after a bad snap, the ball bobbles. A Falcon had his hand on it. Washington picks it up. He must have broke a tackle from every single player on the Falcons team, and he goes 60 yards to the house and makes a statement here at the Cali Bowl as the Elite go up 12-0. They will look for the PAT here, but what an amazing run. I just said these guys can break for some dynamic runs, and that one was the most dynamic we've seen at the Cali Bowl this year. And I'll tell you what, at least 7 or 8 Falcons had their hands on that kid, and Washington was not having it. He could see the end zone 60 yards away, and he was planning on going there the entire time. And once he broke, no one was even close. So that will take the wind out of the defensive sails of the Falcons, and the Elite put another 6 on the board. So Walter Washington thus far with the best run that I know that I've seen at the Cali Bowl this year. And we've seen some great games. We saw the Reed Raiders yesterday. We saw the Parkland Raiders yesterday, 2 of the big monster teams that come out to the Cali Bowl every year. Parkland Raiders, by the way, have never lost a game at the Cali Bowl in any division. And he is now going in the wrong way, so the PAT will fail as he's brought down around the 8.
The extra point attempt by Rico
Flag down.
is no good. We do have a penalty.
Late flag.
At the end of the play.
Probably going to be some sort of unsportsmanlike here, but that was a very late flag. And it's going to be a personal foul.
We have a personal foul against the Falcons. I apologize.
That's going to go.
Against the Elite Squad.
Yeah, it's going to go against the offense. And like my friend Rich Andrade just said, it looks like they're going to assess that at the, obviously on the kickoff. That was much
Penalty
later
will be assessed on
after the play was over. So once you see that late flag come in, the pile is down there, the whistle's been blown. It's almost always going to be some sort of unsportsmanlike personal foul penalty. You hate to see that at this young age, but it could have been an accident. We couldn't really see it from our vantage point. But either way, personal foul. He puts it at the 40. Now he's going to take it all the way back to the 30.
15-yard penalty.
25, correction.
Placed at the 25-yard line where the Elite Squad will kick it off.
And I'll tell you what, that's a huge break for the Falcons, who are trailing in this game 12-0, to get this much better starting field advantage. So we'll see what the Falcons can do with that. And right now, they just got to shake off that 60-yard run that they just watched happen. And it's very tough when you try to tackle a guy over and over again and he doesn't go down. That can really deflate your defense. But right now, it's the offense that's going to have to make something happen for the Falcons. So 6 minutes, 54 seconds left to play in the first half of football here. Opening game. It is Sunday championship day, 12-0. Stockton Elite over the Central Valley Falcons. Jim Cooley, the voice of champions. Rich Andrade, the Highlands announcer. You'll hear him in the background, letting all these fans know what's going on the field here today. So rather than kicking off from the 40, they'll kick off from the 25. Huge break for the trailing Falcons, who, by the way, are playing great football. The Elite have just had some great runs that have just broke for some big yardage. That's a nice kick. Picked up, immediately brought down by 4 or 5 blue jerseys around the 50-yard line.
Washington goes into the hands of Jackson Reinhardt. He is then initially hit by Washington, then brought down by the rest of the Elite Squad.
And they're going to mark that ball. Looks like a little bit better spot than I thought it was going to be. I thought he went down around the 50, but they're going to mark that ball at the 48. So, and you saw the coach, man, he was hot. He was not happy with the way that went down. So he gave an earful to the special teams there. Unlike you, Rich Andrade, I don't have a belly. I have a 6-pack. If you stood over here, they wouldn't be able to see. By the way, me and Rich Andrade are good friends. Rich Andrade, by the way, guys, a legend in the youth football, high school football, and even tournament football community. Does almost all the games out here on the West Coast. If it's a big tournament, you'll hear Rich Andrade's voice, the Highlands announcer. Check him out on Facebook, Instagram. Does a great job out here playing the music, getting the crowd pumped up. Here we go, the Falcons now. I almost said the Atlanta Falcons, by the way, if you haven't figured it out. I'm a Falcons fan. Ball is down. As Wayne, the voice Matthews, would say, ball on the ground, ball on the ground.
Covered by Pescatori.
So the Falcons lose it, but get it back.
Unfortunately, that is a 4-yard loss on the play, bringing up 2nd down and 14 for the Falcons.
So from the 48 of the Elite, we move to the 48 of the Falcons. And although you lose some yardage there, it's better than losing the ball, which they were very close to doing after that bobbled snap. See some of these kids have their hands in their pockets inside their towels. It is very cold outside, a blistering 59 degrees on the football field. Falcons now looking at 2nd and about 14 as they trail by 12. And they had great starting field position after the penalty. Oh, man, he got in there quick, and down he goes. And I don't know who that was. I'm sure Rich is going to tell me here pretty soon. But somebody got in there quickly.
Ball was handed off to Chipley. Chipley is brought down in the backfield by Aiden Vickers, who was untouched on the play.
Yeah, so Aiden Vickers, I mean, talk about a beeline.
4-yard line.
He had an absolute bead
3rd down and long
on the
for
football and
Falcons.
took him down hard just inside the 45. And they'll mark it at the 44, 3rd and 17. The Falcons going in the wrong direction as they trail by 12, 4 minutes left to play in the half. And I would like to be down there to hear what the coaches have to say at the end of this first half, should it end 12-0 as it is now. And the clock continues to wind. The Falcons 3rd and very long, playing good football, just running up against a very tough team. High snap. That's going to put them in bigger trouble. He's going to hang on to it, quarterback keeper, and he'll get brought down right around the line of scrimmage.
Direct snap to Chipley, brought down by King Tari Johnson. No gain on the play for the Falcons. That will bring up 4th down and 17.
Tackle made by King Tari Johnson. By the way, if you name your kid King Tari, he's bound to be famous in one form or another. You've pretty much set his life path, and it looks like he's going to be one hell of a football player as he grows up. So punt for the Falcons. As Rich Andrade does math, I'll hand him a calculator. And that'll be a punt from the Falcons, who trail by 12. And there's 3 minutes 16, 3:16 left to play. Stone Cold Steve Austin would be happy right now.
Ball's going to be placed at the 36-yard line, where the elite squad will have 1st down and 10.
And it is definitely getting hot inside the booth. I have got to stop flexing. So the Elite take over. They lead by 12. Both these teams, very good football teams. That is why they are here at the Cali Bowl. Unfortunately, right now, just not going the way of the Falcons. They still have a lot of football left to play. If the Elite can score 12 in the first half, then the Falcons can certainly score 12 in the second half. They need to hold them off here, as there are 3 minutes 16 seconds left to play in this first half. And what you don't want to see is Washington or one of these other high-impact runners get that ball, turn that corner, and break up the field for another big run. The Falcons really need to look out for those big runs and not let them get those yardage, those big chunks of yardage that they've been allowing thus far in this football game. And whistle blown quickly.
We have a 5-yard penalty.
And that's going to go against the offense. So false start on the offense. They'll back them up 5.
From the 31-yard line.
So after the punt, after the penalty, 1st and 15 from the 31 of the Elite. Tell you what, man, these teams, these families, these communities get behind these teams. They fly them out here, all their gear, their fans, their family. I mean, talk about supporting your kids in youth athletics. And speaking of youth athletics, here comes another Elite runner. Breaks 3 tackles. He steps over. He's going to turn the corner. Cuts inside. What a cut. Up the middle. He's finally going to get brought down around the 30. What an amazing run. And, man, can these Stockton Elite run.
One heck of a carry.
And look at 77.
Breaks a few tackles. Finally brought down by Taven
And 77, look how happy he is that he stopped that run from going into the house. Look at him. He's out around center field, hands in the air like he just won the WWE Championship. And I'll tell you what, it was a huge mental win for the Falcons that play did not break to the end zone and that 77 was able to get in there and stop that.
To be against the elite squad for a block in the back and a personal foul.
So
that block in the back is a 10-yard penalty for the point of the foul. It is declined. The personal foul is accepted, which is a 15-yard penalty, moving the ball back to the 50-yard line.
So a lot of things happen on that play that really work in the favor of the Falcons. One, they're able to stop that big play from breaking into the end zone. 77 builds the morale of the Falcons. Then you have the penalty that negates a lot of the yardage that was got on that run. So a lot of good things just happened right there for the Falcons. Although it was a big run, mentally and moving forward in this football game, the Falcons had quite a few big victories right there on that play. And 77 was jacked up after that tackle. It looked like he was going to go all the way into the end zone, and he was able to catch up to him and bring him down around the 30. But right now they're all the way back at the 50 after the penalty. There was actually 2 penalties on the play. One was declined, one obviously accepted, and here we go now. 1st and 10 from midfield. Shotgun formation. Ball's loose, and that because the pass went backwards, that's a fumble.
Fastball's incomplete.
Looks like
However,
elite.
it was behind the line of scrimmage and the quarterback, so that will be a fumble on the play.
Looks like the elite recovered it.
Loss of 6 yards for the elite squad. That'll bring up 2nd down and 16 from the 44-yard line.
So the elite, for the first time today, are going in the wrong direction on a possession, on a series.
By the elite squad with 38.6 seconds on the clock of this first half.
So with 38 seconds left, you're up by 12. You're all the way back around the 44-yard line. You would think they would probably take a knee. However, with the dynamic run game that the elite has shown they have, I'm assuming they're just going to be a big handoff right here, and they're going to try to get up that field. And really nothing wrong with that because the Falcons at any moment can strike on offense and put this game right back into a competitive state. Coach trying to hand out ice water. It's freezing out there. Nobody wants it. So it's A2K Sports. Brent Chris Gray bringing you the 2021 Cali Bowl. Honker Field, Yuba City High School, Yuba City, California. It is all going down this weekend. The best of the best have converged on Yuba City for the Cali Bowl. And right now we're looking at 2 of the best teams, 8U in the nation. And they are both vying for that spot in the championship game and indeed for that championship ring that the winner will take home at the end of that championship game here today. Today we're going to see the Reed Raiders. We're going to see a team all the way from Hawaii compete here today, as well as the Parkland Raiders, who I told you earlier, undefeated in the Cali Bowl. And man, did they look good yesterday. I think they won their game 54-0. Yeah, some of those kids on that Parkland team, man, I'm telling you, they're bigger than your bedroom. You're going to see those guys later on today, and they are monsters. And, man, do they know how to play football. So the elite, I'm looking for a big run right here. There's the handoff. Cuts outside. Tries to thread the needle. Comes around outside. Across the 50. Across the 45. The 40. Breaks again. He did not step out. He is gone. And that is going to be another touchdown for the elite. And, man, do these guys have a run game. Oh, flag down after he got into the end zone, though. I'm assuming.
Daniels on the carry to the left-hand side, running it into
So the referee who threw the flag is indeed calling for a touchdown.
Penalty flag at the end of the play.
So the penalty flag will come after the touchdown. And we are now 18-0 with 23.3 seconds left to play in the first half. And the elite leading by 3. Yet to get a PAT punched into the end zone, but they'll try it again. And the Falcons now walking back slowly, looking a bit deflated, but you got to wonder if the coach is going to put a fire under them at halftime and get them back out here rallied and ready to go.
Touchdown does count. We have a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct at the end of the play against the elite squad.
You don't like to see unsportsmanlike conduct from a team that's winning by 3
Penalty
touchdowns
will
at the
be
half.
assessed on the kickoff.
You'd like to see them with a little bit more sportsmanship. We don't know what happened. It could have been accidental. It could have just been them celebrating. You never really know. So, but you definitely don't want to see any unsportsmanlike conduct. When you lead 18-0 at the half, you know, you just kind of want to say, hey, we're winning. Keep it humble. But the elite, like we said, we don't know what happened. He could have just been super excited, and the ref didn't like it. So they will, again, for the 3rd time today, try to punch one into the end zone for a PAT. And it's crazy. They're breaking for these 50, 60, 70-yard runs, but they can't seem to get 4 yards into the end zone for the PAT. And the ball is bobbled. Looks like that's going to be a dead play. We might run that back. It's going to go against the elite.
Flag on the play against the elite squad. It's a 5-yard penalty. We will have a replay of the PAT.
So they'll run that back. So 4 chances now to punch one into the end zone, although it's going to be just a bit further this time. That might be better for them. They seem to want to run as far as they possibly can to get into the end zone. I say back them up to the 50 and let them go. So here come the elite for the PAT attempt. They lead 18-0. Opening game Sunday, championship day, although this is the non-championship game. So 4 p.m. today, we will see one of these teams in that 8U championship game looking for the ring. He's going to pass it. Actually, he's out of options. He's going to keep it. He's going to turn. Can he break this last tackle? He's got him by the hand. He's going to drag him. No, he gets him down. You know, you watch these guys for the first half, and you just assume that these runs are going to break, and they're going to break these tackles because you've seen it happen so many times in this football game so far. So when they do get taken down, it's such a big moral victory and mental victory for the Falcons.
Unsportsmanlike conduct call on the elite squad. So that 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. So instead of kicking off from the 40-yard line, they will be kicking off from the 25.
So 23 seconds left to play for the Falcons. I believe they have 2 timeouts left in the half. So they have a little bit of time to work. They got 2 timeouts left, 23 seconds. They're going to have a decent starting field position. If they could get a good pass or a good run, they could put some points on the board before the end of this half. But again, just 2 timeouts, as they did use one earlier on. So not a lot of time to work for the Falcons, but with the timeouts, you never know. All it takes is one big play, something to break, get a good chunk of yardage, get out of bounds. So the Falcons, 23 seconds left to work in the half, 2 timeouts. They trail by 18. Probably going to give it one good shot if that doesn't work. Oh, and that ball goes through, and now they're going to have not very good starting position. He's going to pick it up, but he's going to go down quickly. Actually, I take that back, spin move, and he gets 2 or 3 yards out of it. I like that.
Jackson Reinhardt on the return.
And Reinhardt has proven to be a monster.
About 3 yards on that return. Bring the ball out to what looks like the 33, 34-yard line.
She's supposed to, yeah. So 7.8 seconds left to play in the half. They're going to get 1 play out of this. Most likely, maybe 2, but it's going to be a tough proposition to get more than 1 play out of this. And the Falcons will most likely go in at the half, trailing by 18 to Stockton Elite. And I was mentioning the WWE Championship belt earlier. Well, the coach has it in his hand. So I don't know who he's going to give that to. So that's going to end the half. So that's going to end the half.
Reinhardt gets about 3 yards on the play, and that will bring us into halftime.
All right, guys, so that is the end of the first half. First game of the day. Championship implications, but not a championship game. One of these teams will be in that 4 o'clock 8U championship game. Right now, though, we are going to move to halftime. Lots of good football coming your way. A2K Sports, Brent Chris Gray. The Cali Bowl 2021, Jim Cooley, the voice of champions, all day long bringing you the action, along with my cohort in the booth, Rich Andrade, the Highlands announcer. We'll be back with more Cali Bowl.
Don't have the shotgun up. Okay. And for some odd reason, in the middle of no music or anything else, Facebook decides that I violated their terms of service and they killed the feed on my
That's crazy.
I'm gonna put this garbage can outside.
No, it's not in the way.
So what is this, 10 minutes? Okay.
Put it on my arm, they counterfeiting with my mom, the bar done. All my car came from, my chain glowing, I ain't going, man, look where we came from. All your bangers got my name on it. She want me to put my name on it. I got the hottest 16, one of the best you ever seen, but she like it when I sang on it. I came up in your finger, you can't tell me this, yeah. Did it on my own, check out my neck, check out my wrist, yeah. I swear I ain't never expected it to be like this. Now nigga been getting rich, I swear every day
Sounded good?
lit,
Yeah, the sound is fine.
You can't tell me this, yeah. Remember I was broke, now I'm
So
getting
are we actually doing a 6 o'clock game?
I don't know. I don't know the schedule.
Can you check?
Can't wait to get that new drop, put that on my block. I just copped a new beam, put that on my clock. I just step my game up, got my change up. I swear on my chickens, I won't never change up. Rollie all on my wrist, rollie all on my wrist. I ain't going back, bro, never. Now what you can do? I did it all on my own, and nobody gave me a loan. Now my dollars on fraud.
Are we streaming to the Facebook page?
Hold on 1 second here. Okay. I was streaming, and all of a sudden I'm watching what's going on because I'm monitoring it here. And this pops up. So I have no idea what the deal was. There was no music playing. He's talking. I'm bouncing back and forth. So I can't get the stream up unless I kill it and bring it back up again, which I could do.
Yeah, because I
Huh?
don't know. I didn't even post anything.
No, but this was Yuba-Sutter.live, my channel.
Okay, good.
So it says your post goes against our terms of service. I have no idea why, and I filed while I'm trying to bounce back and forth between 2 cameras here. I'm trying to fill out a form to get the thing restored, but I don't know that actually happened.
So the actual stream where is it streaming at? Because I don't see it on our Facebook page.
Well, no, because I haven't had a chance
To go in and do
finish
the
the administrative part, and I didn't see that you had sent me an invite
Got it. Okay.
4 hours ago. So
Okay.
this is kind of
Okay.
you know,
I just didn't know because
No,
there
but
were
it's-
people
it's-
hitting me and
yeah, but it's
they
coming
said that
together.
so the stream was actually going
and
on
we
while
are
it's live.
recording. There is a recording,
Okay.
and so this first game needs a little cleanup, but it's
You be ready for the next game because this isn't really the championship game. It's a
right.
playing.
Yeah.
Their championship game will be at 4. We'll be ready to go. Yeah.
So is there a 6 o'clock game?
there is a 6 o'clock game.
Okay. So, okay. And you had some information.
I just sent you some files, and I didn't know whether or not you could incorporate them into the stream.
Well, maybe. How did you? Oh, okay.
Do that boy Dennis, man.
Did I give you
That boy
permission?
Dennis.
So what?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh,
You said if you.
you know how to do
Okay.
that?
Let's see if this.
Baby, do it for you, grandma. Come on. I'm old
See,
and I'm trying
when I
to learn.
send you stuff, that's what comes up, and I don't understand why. Because I'm sending you a link from the drive, and it's sending you what the fiber says. I don't get it. Because I can show you on my phone what it looks like, and I don't know how to send it to you because the file is too big to send as an email.
Yeah.
And then I try to send it as a just copy and paste to click the link.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we know throughout the day
Maybe I should do WeTransfer. I
So
don't
if
know.
you lost a
Well,
cell
hang on a
phone,
minute.
a wallet, keys, whatever, come out to the schoolroom. We'll help you find that.
And I was trying to link to it.
You know you may lose
Do you
items.
have an Android?
So if you lost a cell phone, a wallet, keys, etc.,
Let me see if I
come up
can
to the
get it.
schoolroom. We'll help you find it.
Okay, we love friends and bucking and ready to fight. I got my cousin, he with me and got his A on the right. And I'm a Detroit baby and I don't know nothing else besides drinking and having parties and having
I have to go down here and work on the helmet.
Okay.
So I'll come back and we'll figure it out.
We'll get it worked out.
I mean, I like your style. I'm on a whole nother level. If you compare me and you, there wouldn't be no comparison. You on that beat? You on that beat? You on that beat? You on that? You on that beat? Now slide, chop, hit that phone, don't stop, hey, don't stop, hey, don't stop, hey. Run a man on that beat, run a man on that beat, hey, run a man on that beat, hey, run a man on that beat. Now do your dance, do your dance, do your dance, hey. You ugly. You got that side.
Boom. All right, guys, welcome back into the Cali Bowl. It is the first game of the day, and we are halfway through it. The Stockton Elite lead the Central Valley Falcons 18-0 as we start the third quarter. This game does have championship implications. 4 p.m. today, 8U, one of these teams will be in that championship game and go home with those championship rings, brought to you by A2K Sports. So second half of football, let's see if the Falcons can make some adjustments, come out and get the work done to try and close that gap. 18-0 for the Elite. My insulin is spiked. I ate a Nutri-Grain bar. I'm ready to go, Rich Andrade. Second half of football. That's right. It is strawberry. I only eat strawberry. I don't know. That would be really good, a great Nutri-Grain bar. Nutri-Grain, send me money because I'm talking about you on the live stream. Matter of fact, just send me Nutri-Grain bars. So, red and blue jerseys for the trailing Central Valley Falcons. Carolina blue for the Stockton Elite as they take the field. And if I remember correctly, it was the Elite receiving first half, so the Elite will kick off to the trailing Falcons.
Since the Falcons kicked off at the beginning of the game, the Elite squad will kick it off to the Falcons to start off the second half.
So the Falcons need to make some adjustments. One of those adjustments that they're going to need to make is on defense to try to stop those big, huge running gains and indeed running touchdowns of the Stockton Elite. We saw earlier Walter Washington break for 60 yards to the house, and that is something they are going to have to do damage control on.
The only ones allowed on the field and track surface are those registered through the California Bowl. All coaches must wear their California Bowl lanyards visibly to be seen. All others, we do ask that you please remain behind the fencing at all times.
So barring any and all penalties, the kickoffs at this division will be from the 40-yard line. So Washington, who broke for the big run earlier for the touchdown, will now kick the ball off to the Central Valley Falcons, who need to make something happen here and make it quick, make a statement early on in this second half. Here comes the kick. Straight up the middle. And again, we're going to get the same penalty we got from the Elite earlier.
Penalty flag as one of the Elite squad is offsides on the kickoff.
So what happens, guys, is when the kicker advances to kick the ball, the line cannot pass the ball before the ball is kicked. You can't get that early lead, that jump to get down there before the ball and make that tackle. So they do indeed need to wait for the kicker to kick the football before they can pass it. And that is the second time that we have seen that penalty here today. And that just goes to show you that at this young age, there's still little idiosyncrasies of the football game that these kids have not really learned or mastered, and they will learn those techniques as the game goes on, as they get older, as they move up in divisions. So keep an eye on the line. Make sure nobody passes before Washington is able to kick that football. Lots of blue jerseys in the backfield there awaiting this kick. That's a good one. Very good kick, and it's going to bounce past down to the 30. Picked up. Here we go. Number 4 has the ball, breaks a tackle, cannot break the second one up to the 36-yard line.
Who is chipping on the return for the Falcons, brought down by Billy Cook. That does bring up first down and 10 for the Falcons.
So Chipley gets about 2 or 3 yards after a really good kick.
Ball is placed at the 37-yard line.
That's, by the way, the 3rd or 4th time today that we've heard Chipley was tackled by Cook. So Cook on defense getting involved, Chipley on offense getting involved, and they have butted heads 2, 3, 4 times here today in this football game in the first half, and indeed here in the third quarter already once today. 99 takes the field. He'll line up over the ball in the center position. At least it looks like that so far. Sorry, nose guard as they are on defense. So here we go. The Falcons have got to make a statement here early in the second half. They do trail by 18, 3-score football game right now. Falcons do indeed have the ability, though, to come back in this football game. We know they are a great team, or they wouldn't be here at the Cali Bowl. So here comes the snap. Handoff up the middle. He cuts left. Sort of a weird run there. He had a nice lane if he had just continued to go straight, but he chose to cut left.
Maybe a half of a yard.
So Thompson, though,
Brought down by King Tari Johnson.
had a huge gap there.
That'll bring
But
up second
sometimes,
down and 9 for the Falcons.
sometime at this young age, when they tell them how the play is drawn up, they want to run that play exactly like it's drawn up. They get it stuck in their heads. They're not really ready yet to freestyle out there, and that's kind of what happened there, I believe. He's brought down by King Tari. We talked about him a little bit earlier on. Love that name. Change my name, guys. King Tari Cooley. Here comes the snap. 2nd and 9. Falcons after a 1-yard gain. He's goes the wrong direction for a few minutes, but he's able to turn back upfield, and it looks like he got a yard out of it. And that should bring up 3rd and 8. Up to the 39-yard line.
1 yard gain on the play. Finally tripped up by Aiden Vickers. That'll bring up 3rd down from the 39-yard line.
So 3rd and 8, 39-yard line of the Central Valley Falcons. You'd love to see the Falcons are continuing to battle. They're down by 3 scores, but they're continuing to battle. These young kids have a lot of heart, a lot of motivation. Still believe they can win this game, get into that championship game. Here comes the snap. There's the handoff. It almost looked like when he handed it off, he was looking for a pass. Unfortunately, he's brought down pretty quickly.
Michael Thompson, the ball carrier, once again, no gain on the play as he's met in the backfield by Will Prentice.
So 72 Thompson. It
That
looked
brings
like
up 4th down for the Falcons.
when the quarterback handed
8
him the
yards
ball,
to go.
Thompson immediately looked upfield as though the play was for him to make a pass. But he was touched quickly, and then he chose to run and was taken down fairly quickly after that. But it did look like that was intended to be a handoff pass play. 7 minutes, 33 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. And the ball is bobbled, it's on the ground, picked up by the Elite, and the Elite have the football down around the 32-yard line.
It leads to a fumble. It is recovered by the Elite squad. I believe that was King Tari Johnson who got that ball.
And there's the
So that
championship
will bring up
belt.
1st down and 10 for the Elite squad.
So King
At
Tari,
the 32-yard line of the Falcons.
King Tari is the new WWF champion on the sideline after that fumble recovery. Look at him looking at the belt. They're going to take a picture. Selfie time here at Yuba City High School. Knee, though, we got an injury on the field, so selfie time will have to wait. You got to love it, though. He comes off the field after recovering the fumble.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
Gets
found
the belt.
a cell phone. And it looks like a charger cable inside the restroom. So if you lost his cell phone, please come up to the sports booth and describe said cell phone so we can return that cell phone to you. Once again, we found a cell phone inside the restroom with a charging cord. You must describe that said cell phone in order to get it returned to you.
So one of the things I want to point out, guys, for those of you at home who maybe have never seen youth football before, don't get a chance to really see it, what you saw there was an injured player, and it didn't matter which team he was on. The coaches had both teams take a knee in respect for the injured player, make sure he's okay, and you love the way these coaches are teaching these kids sportsmanship and caring about their opponents so early on in these young kids' football careers, and it's really a great thing to see. And you'll see that anytime someone gets hurt, someone's down on the field, you're going to see both teams take a knee. The coaches will even take a knee sometimes. And like I said, it's just a really great thing to see. Right now, though, taking over after that fumble, and King Tari got his championship belt. 1st and 10, 32-yard line of the Falcons. Here come the Elite. Look for a big run. Let's see if they can do it again. Ball's down. He bobbles it. It's loose. He manages to pick it back up, but that is going to result in a loss of yardage. And we have seen a lot of bobbled snaps here today, and that is an attestament to how young these kids are.
The snap leads to a fumble. It is recovered by the Elite squad. But Chance Ballard of the Falcons was there to bring him down in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards on the play.
So we've seen a lot of those today. from these young kids. And I'll tell you another thing that's going to affect that is how cold it is outside. And their hands are cold, and sometimes they're not moving for, you know, long periods of time. We saw the injury there. They hadn't touched the ball in a few minutes, and the ball comes in a little wobbly, and it's real hard to grab that, and, you know. And so you're going to see a lot of those happen. Luckily, the Elite was able to pick that back up before Ballard could get his hands on it, but he was able to blow up that play in the backfield. And the ball goes down again. And now it looks like the Falcons may have it.
Another fumble on the play recovered.
So one
by the
referee.
Elite squad, and once again, Chance Ballard is there to bring down the ball carrier.
So you saw the backfield official actually was pointing toward the Falcons' direction, but the crew chief said, no, it's Elite ball. So the Elite will keep the ball, 3rd and long. And the reason we haven't seen one of those big runs break is because we've had back-to-back bobbled snaps. There's a handoff up the middle, and here comes one of those big runs. And when you don't bobble the snap, what happens? The Elite run it for 30 yards for a touchdown. In this case, about 35 yards. And the Elite once again break for huge yardage and find the end zone.
Walter Washington on the carry up the middle, running into the end zone, which appeared to be a touchdown. However, we do have a penalty flag on the play.
So should this penalty not negate that run?
Foul against the Elite squad.
So it does negate the run, but what I was about to point out was Walter Washington.
The touchdown by Washington.
Walter Washington, who's
They'll
8
bring the
years
ball
old,
back to the 24-yard line.
actually would have had 100 yards rushing on 2 plays had that counted. So had the penalty not negated that run, Walter Washington would have had 100 yards rushing on 2 plays, both resulting in touchdowns. So that would have been huge. I mean, you're talking about an 8-year-old with 100 yards on 2 runs, averaging 50 yards a run, and both of them resulting in touchdowns. Unfortunately, after the penalty, that run is negated, and the Elite now have 3rd and short instead of 6 points and another 35-yard run from Washington. So the Falcons get a gift, and it's taken right back by the Grinch as the Elite run it right back into the end zone on the very next play. And the points that our scorekeeper just took off the board will now go right back on. No flag this time.
Right-hand side into the end zone for an Elite squad touchdown.
So 4 touchdowns, all 4 on big runs. Walter Washington, the unhappiest guy in the stadium right now after that penalty, man. He would have had 100 yards rushing on 2 plays. But the Elite find the end zone again, 24-0, 4 minutes, 19 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. And the Falcons, unfortunately, just not their day. Great football team, came out game, ready to go. But, man, did they run into a huge wall with the Stockton Elite. And the story of this game, obviously the legs, the speed, the power of the runners on the Stockton Elite team. These backs are just really putting on a show here today for these fans at Yuba City High School, and of course you at home on the live stream. Ball is bobbled again, and that'll blow that play up. So no PAT again, 24-0.
PAT once again is no good.
I got to tell you, as a Falcons fan, this game is hard to watch for me. It may not be Matty Ice out there, but that's my team. So the Stockton Elite have made a statement here early on Sunday, November 28th at the Cali Bowl. All that food from Thanksgiving is gone out of their systems. It's just adrenaline and pure football motivation to get those rings. So under 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. And the Falcons have a huge uphill battle in front of them that they're going to have to overcome if they want to come back inside and make a play for that championship game later here today. Don't forget, guys, from here on out, as soon as this game ends, every game you see here on the live stream will be for the title, for the championship. Who is going to win the Cali Bowl here this year in each division? That is what we are here to find out at Yuba City High School, Honker Field. November 28th, 2021. Mark it down in your books, is the day we are going to find out who wins the 2021 Cali Bowl. So the Elite will kick off. And you see now the Falcons have made an adjustment. They earlier in the game, they had their kick returners up around the 30, 35. Now they're all the way back at the 25, and it was a good adjustment, although the ball goes past him again. Fair catch called for.
Penalty flag on the
We have a flag down. Maybe it was not a fair catch.
Against the Elite squad.
So the Falcons will be given another gift here
this time from the 35.
from the Stockton Elite. After that penalty, they'll move the ball back to the 35, and they'll re-kick, which is good because that ball bounced all the way back down around the 20. And that is not where you want to start for the Falcons when you trail by 24. So this is a huge break now for the Falcons. They've got a lot of time to work. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in the third quarter, the entire fourth quarter to work with. You've got 3 timeouts. So now it's just a matter of getting that offense firing on all cylinders and really trying to put some points on the board. The Elite helping them how they can. This is, several penalties now on these kickoffs. But this kid's got a boot on him, by the way. That ball goes flying every time he kicks it. This time it does not. Well, end over end. And if he can pick that up, that's huge. Good starting field position now. And he breaks 2 tackles, but he's going the wrong way. Got to turn that upfield. Try to go north-south. You don't want to go east-west. Get as many yards as you can and give your offense the better starting field position as they take over here in the third quarter. So good starting field position again here today for the Falcons. Can they take advantage? At this point, you'd just like to see them put some points on the board, go home, make some adjustments, get ready for their next tournament, wherever that may be. Like to see them show that they can put some points on the board against this Elite team. They were playing very well earlier on. It can be deflating at this age to have 4 touchdowns scored against you, especially on all those big broken runs like that. I mean, big chunks of yardage coming on just single plays. And it is obviously going to be in the head of these Falcons players. There's the handoff. Found a hole, but went the wrong way again. He's brought down.
Yannery, the ball carrier, loses 2 yards on the play thanks to the tackle by King
So
Troy
with
Johnson.
forward progress, they're going to mark him just in front of the 40. Well, he got tackled at the 36, so So although brought down around the 36 with the forward progress, he'll be just in front of the 40, second down and about 12, possibly 13. And again brought down in the backfield for another loss. And that'll push him back even further here on third down.
Quarterback is sacked by Najee Hamilton. That pushes the Falcons back to their own 38-yard line, third down.
So it's about 3rd and 5 here. Sorry, 3rd and 15 after the 5-yard loss total. So they've lost about 5 yards, 3rd and 15. It's just, at this point, it's becoming very difficult for the Falcons to come back in this football game as they lose even more yardage. He goes down around the 30. They're going to mark him about the 32. And that's going to bring up 4th in the world.
Gary on the carry, brought down by King Tari Johnson in the backfield once again. Brings the ball all the way back to the 33-yard line. 4th down and long for the Falcons.
And what you need to do here as the Falcons is go across the line of scrimmage, ask the coach if you can borrow Walter Washington for a play, hand him the ball, and see if you can get a touchdown. It's about in his range, 70-yard range. So unfortunately, the Falcons, with just under 40 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter, it looks like it's going to be a tough outing for them here today, but what a showing from the Stockton Elite leading into today's 4 o'clock 8U championship game. And turnover on, flag down.
Pescatori decided to keep it himself, runs the ball up a couple of yards. He's brought down by Aiden Vickers. There is a penalty flag at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what the flag is for, if it's going to extend this series. Are they going to get another chance at it? So turnover on downs.
There is a turnover on downs. It will be 1st down and 10 for the elite squad. Penalty flag is waved off.
So there was no penalty on the play. Sometimes these refs get so caught up in the moment, they just throw the flag. Who knows? Maybe there's something that happened. 35-yard line of the Falcons is where the ball will be spotted. And that is just in the range of Walter Washington and the rest of these backs from Stockton Elite. So the clock starts, 23 seconds, and they're going to need to get a playoff here, or they might not even choose to run a play here. It looks like they're not even going to run a play. They're just going to kind of stand here and let the clock wind down. Nope. Well, the receivers in the slots look like they were ready to go, but I don't think they're going to run a play here. So it's going to end the 3rd quarter. We're going to go to the 4th quarter. 24-0. It's the Elite over Central Valley Falcons. So don't forget, guys, coming up after this game, it's all championship games all day long. 2021, we are at Honker Field, Yuba City High School. And at 4 p.m., we will see, barring a miracle, we will see the Elite that we are watching right now compete for that championship ring in that 8U game. We're going to see the Reed Raiders here today. We're going to see the Parkland Raiders. We're going to see a team all the way from Hawaii later on today as well. We also have some other games going on down the road at another high school. Some of those teams that came up a bit short yesterday, but they will compete here today at the other school in that loser's bracket.
7 degrees, you can still get yourself something cold to get from Kona Ice. The snack bar, they assured me they have plenty of food to go around as long as you have the money to pay for it. Did the Yuba City Honker snack bar today.
So yeah, as I said, those teams that came up a bit short yesterday are up the road at our sister high school, competing in that loser's bracket, finishing out their 2021 Cali Bowl. But all the championship teams have converged on Yuba City High School. So look for those big games. As I said, we have a team all the way from Hawaii. That's going to be fun to watch. And, of course, it's always a good time to watch the Reed Raiders of Reno and the Parkland Raiders, both just great teams. And there's a lot of other good teams that will be out here today. Chris Gray doing a great job. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. Looked like an offsides there. I see no flag, though. And we've seen this movie before as he heads up the side. What a cut. These cuts that these kids make are so high level at the last second. And as I said, we've seen this movie before. And it looks like, though, they're going to call this one back.
Rico McDonald on the carry. They're saying he stepped out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
I got to say, I don't think that's what happened.
That'll bring up 1st down and 10 for the elite squad.
So they're going to say he stepped out at the 20. And I was watching his feet pretty closely as he tight-roped the sideline there. And I did not see his foot even come close to going out. He was tight roping pretty well. I was pretty impressed with it, actually. I don't think he stepped out. McDonald has a legitimate gripe there, but again, we have no instant replay at the Cali Bowl for the 8-year-olds. That could get messy. No. So, unfortunately, McDonald had it ripped away from him there. I thought he made it just fine as he crossed the 20-yard line, but they're saying he stepped out, so they called it back. And I have a feeling we're going to see a handoff. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And the Elite agree. Oh, it's a fake handoff. He's going to keep it. Push his way through. Bulldozer all the way down to the 5-yard line. And that'll bring up a fresh set of downs.
Brought down by Jackson Reinhardt at the 5-yard line. That'll bring up first down and goal for the Elite squad.
So a fresh set of downs, and the target is no longer 10 yards. It's only 5, and that would result in 6 points for the Stockton Elite, who already lead 24-0 with just over 9 minutes to play in this football game. Thanks for joining us, guys, on Facebook. Jim Cooley, the voice of champions. Rich Andrade, the Highlands announcer. A2K Sports, the elite in youth football. And there's the snap, and there's the handoff. It looked like they were going to blow it up quickly, but he turned upfield, and he might be short. I think they're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The middle, thought he had a touchdown, but Michael Thompson of the Falcons said, no, you don't, and brought him down at the 1-yard line.
So they'll mark this at the 1, 2nd and goal, 1 yard to go. And if I was a betting man, I would back the truck up that this Elite team is going to find the end zone before they run out of downs. And they'll have 3 shots at it. And I think they're probably only going to need 1. And that is not downplaying the Stockton defense, the Central Valley defense, who's done a great job here today. But, man, how do you stop these kids? It's going to be interesting to see how this team does against the other team that makes it to the championship game and see how they can get that run game going then. Look for Walter Washington in that championship game to make a statement as he has done here today. And they got back there quickly. He's going to hang on to it. And they're going to bring him down behind. He's going to lose 2 on that. And look how happy these Central Valley kids get when they stop him. They know they can't win the football game, but hey, we brought him down.
A 3-yard loss on the play for the Elite squad.
I love the attitude of this Central Valley Falcons team, man. Look, we lost the game. There's 7 minutes left to play. We're down by 4 scores. But hey, I stopped this guy. He's on the ground. They jump up. They hug each other. They're cheering. They're having a good time. It's the Cali Bowl. And they're clapping. Just so motivated. And I love to see that, man. What a great attitude from this Falcons team. It's not always about winning, guys. They stop. They drop the ball. Who's going to get it? I see a blue jersey down there. I think. Oh, no, the Elite get it back. So the Falcons get the ball, but what I don't like seeing.
Michael Thompson on the recovery.
And that's a great thing for the Falcons. That's a huge moral victory.
The Central Valley Falcons defense on that play.
But I'll tell you what, I see one of the running backs from the Elite holding his arm, and he looks hurt. And that I do not like to see. But, man, what a huge victory there for the Falcons. They were so happy about just making a good tackle, and now they force a fumble on the snap, and they're able to recover it. And the Falcons have 6 minutes, 42 seconds to work. Not great starting field position, but let's see if they can break a big one. I would love to see that. I would love to see the Falcons find the end zone here today. Everybody wins. You get the Elite gets to go to the championship game. The Falcons get to score a touchdown, and that would just be great for everyone involved. So Rich Andrade, the harbinger of doom, says he sees a safety coming. Hopefully that is not the situation. So here we go, the Falcons from their own 5-yard line looking to make something happen. Please do not back into the end zone. And they're stopped by the Elite. But you know what? What a great series for the Falcons defense. They made 2 big stops. They forced the fumble. They recovered the fumble. Whatever happens from here on out, that was a huge victory for the Falcons defense.
Henry on the carry, brought down in the backfield by Terry Taylor.
And as I talk about the Falcons defense, I do not want to downplay
Second down at the 3-yard line for the Falcons.
by any means the Stockton elite who came out here. They showed out. They put on a show, and they are ready for that championship game. And keep in mind, these guys are playing today, and they have to play again in just a few hours for those rings. And they're only going to have, you know, a few hours to eat, rehydrate, get ready, talk about what went right, talk about what went wrong, make those adjustments for the championship game. And the Falcons continue to battle, and I love to see it. You see Brent Chris Gray with his sunglasses on, strutting down the sidewalk there like he's cool. Yeah, what I like to see is the crowd for both teams still strongly behind their teams.
1-yard gain on the play, 3rd down.
So 3rd down and looks like 11. So far, Rich Andrade, Confucius, is wrong. They have not gotten a safety, and I probably just jinxed the Falcons team. Falcons doing a good job here, staying out of that end zone. Now he's got the ball. It looked like he had a hole there for a second. They're going to bring him down, though. Looked like he might have broke one right there. Had a little bit of opening.
Decided to carry the ball himself towards the right-hand side. He's brought down by Millen Hamilton.
So Pescatori brought down by Hamilton.
4th down and 12 for the Falcons. It looks like the Falcons are punting it. That's going to be a 20-yard punt, bringing up 1st down and 10 for the elite squad.
So the Falcons have realized that they've lost this football game. They want to stop the bleeding. The last thing you want to do is turn over the ball inside the 10-yard line to a team who has shown you that they can score almost at will. So we have a punt, and it's not going to result in very good starting field position either for the Falcons defense, but at least it's a little bit more work here for the elite. And the Falcons on the last few series have shown that they can stop the run now. So it took a while for them to adjust. You know, obviously it's a little too late, but at least they've adjusted, and that's something they can take into their next tournament or indeed their next game and go back to practice and say, hey, we were able to stop those guys. They have a great run. Yes, they ran. They scored 4 times, but you know what? Toward the end there, we stopped them. We forced the fumble. So I like to see that. And the elite, of course, going to the championship game at 4 p.m. today. Make sure you guys tune in for that. It's getting a little warmer out here. 58 degrees now. There's a pass, and it's going to come up short.
Pass ball's incomplete.
So that was actually a forward pass, so that won't result in a fumble. Clock continues to wind, under 4 minutes to play. Sunny out, looks great outside, should warm up a little bit later on. I can see over in the distance the gold, white, and blue of the Reed Raiders. They'll be coming up next. Not a game you guys want to miss. I would tell you who they were playing if I knew who it was. I'll try to find that out for you shortly. Who's going to go deep there? And that play is broken up.
Pass ball's incomplete once again.
So again, the defense of the Falcons has come alive in the 4th quarter. Unfortunately, too late to win the football game, but definitely early enough to see that they can actually stop this team.
That brings up 3rd down and 10 from the 24-yard line for the elite squad.
So the elite, 3rd and 10. Have not seen a lot of these 3rd and 10s from the elite because normally by now they've either gained a big chunk of yards or they found the end zone. But again, that is a testament to the Falcons adjusting. And there's the snap. Look at this pass. I like that little shuttle pass. Can they stop him? Push him out of bounds. They do. Oh, it might be a touchdown. That's going to be very close. They're going to call him down at the
This
1
time
yard
the
line.
pass is complete to Aiden Vickers.
So the coach is calling for a touchdown,
He was brought down at
but
the 1 yard line.
I assure the coaches on the elite sideline that you cannot see whether or not he got in from your vantage point. I'm going to go with the official on this. It looked like he got shoved out just before the pylon.
Shipley and Chacon on the tackle for the Falcons.
Clock continues to run. 1 minute, 45 seconds left to play in the
First and
game.
goal.
And the coach is upset they didn't get a touchdown. Hey, guys, you're up 24-0. You're going to the championship game. It's okay. Of course, you want to see these kids rewarded when they score a touchdown, but I did feel like he got shoved out just short of that end zone. Here comes the snap. Shotgun. Big pass. That's a great play. That play was drawn up well. It was executed well. Touchdown. Stockton elite. And that'll bring the score up to 30-0 with 1 minute, 18 seconds left to play. I really did like that pass play.
Complete to Sammy Daniels.
Real quick, executed quickly. I also like the fact that they mixed it up a little bit. You had 4 running touchdowns. Now you got a passing touchdown. And that gives them a little chance to work on their passing game before the championship game here today. So I just heard my producer say that we are going to stop the feed at the end of this game and come back with another feed for the next game. So stick with the page, not necessarily this feed, but come back to the page and our producer will have the new feed up for the Reed Raiders football game that's coming up next. Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, guys, if you like this content, which I know you do because you're tuning in. You love youth football. And I'm sure some of you have some kids out here on the field today, and we brought that action to you. So like and subscribe on the channel. Make some comments. Get involved. Let us know what you think of the game. Let us know what you think of how bad my commentary is. Whatever you want to talk about, just throw it up there and we'll talk about it. I'll even get into a comment war with you if you want me to.
So if you leave the field today and you want to continue to watch the football action here at California Bowl, head on over to the California Bowl Facebook page for live games and commentary by Jim Cooley.
So 1 minute, 18 seconds left to play. This game has been decided. It is 30-0 in the fourth quarter. So later on today, 4 p.m., we'll see the Elite in the championship game. Coming up next, it's the Reed Raiders, and we got championship games all day long. Here comes the kickoff. And now I'll tell you that the adjustment that the Falcons made earlier, moving their kick returners back to around the 25, they've abandoned that. So maybe they're expecting a squib here or something. I don't know, but this kid's been kicking it away. I have a feeling this ball is going to go right past these kick returners, especially if he gets some loft on it. And as I say that, it goes right past the kick. Oh, I don't know about that. That was a huge hit in the back. And I got to tell you, I do not like the way that looked. That was, man, he was defenseless, had his back there. He wasn't even, he got nailed in the back right there. The umps or the referees did not see it. Luckily, he's up and on his feet. And again, you get caught up in the moment. Definitely nothing against the player that made the block, but you get caught up in the moment. Your adrenaline's running. You want to get down there and make that block. But, man, he had his back to him. And that was pretty brutal.
Leaving the stadium after the game, the Cali Bowl and Yuba City High School do ask that you please kindly
Clock
pick up
continues
the
to run.
that may be left next to you, and please place it in the
57
closest
seconds.
receptacle
Now, will the Elite
as they try
attempt
keep their community clean
to
here
score
at
again and
Yuba
run up
City
the
High
score,
School?
or will they take a knee? This is going to be a big side storyline to this football game because there's only 40 seconds left. They can take a knee here and win the game. Or will they try to score? Keep in mind they're up by 5 touchdowns. So what I'd like to see them do here is either A, not run a play, or B, take a knee. But we're going to see right now what they're going to do. And I will keep my mouth shut about it. They're going to run a play. And they'll get brought down somewhere around the 38. And that should end the football game. And the elite team is pumped up. They're trying to get the crowd pumped up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Stockton Elite are going to the 4 p.m. 8U championship game at the Cali Bowl. We'll be back with the Reed Raiders.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the game. The elite squad will go on to play the championship game here at 4 p.m. Please do a huge round of applause to all the players out there on the field today for the hard work and dedication not only during this game but throughout their entire season, which led them to here at the Cali Bowl. Next game coming up, I believe, is the Tracy Rampage versus the Reed Raiders.